AN, I said stop flaming up preps. See if this chapter is stupid 1111, it deals with really serious issues. See for yourself if it's stupid. Bruh, thanks to my friend Raven for helping me.
No! I was so horrified. Bloody Mary tried to comfort me, but I told her to fuck off and I ran to my room crying myself. Dumbledore chased after me shouting, but he had to stop when I went into my room because he would look like a perv that way. Anyway, I started crying tears of blood, then I slit both of my wrists. They got all over my clothes, so I took them off and jumped into the bath angrily, while I put on a Linkin Park song at full volume. I grabbed a stake and almost stuck it into my heart to commit suicide. I was so fucking depressed! I got out of the bathtub and put on my black low-cut dress with lace all over it sandally. I put on black high heels with pink metal stuff on the ends and 6 pairs of skull earrings. I couldn't fucking believe it. Then I looked out of the window and screamed. Ah! Snap was spying on me and he was taking a videotape of me and Loopin was masticating to it. They were sitting on their broomsticks. Ooh, you fucking pervs! Stop looking at me naked! Are you pedos or what? I put on a black towel with a picture of Marilyn Mason on it. Suddenly, Vampire ran in.
Abracadabra.
He yelled at Snape and Loopin, pointing his womb. I took my gun and shot Snape and Loopin a gazillion times and they both started screaming and the camera broke. Suddenly, Dumbledore ran in.
Ebony, it has been revealed that someone has... No!
He shouted, looking at Snape and Loopin, and then he waved his wand, and suddenly... Hagrid ran outside on his broom and said,
Everyone, we need to talk.
What do you know, Hagrid? You're just a little Hogwarts student.
I may be a Hogwarts student, but I am also a Satanist.
This cannot be. There must be other factors.
You don't have any! Lupin held up the camera triumphantly.
The lens may be ruined, but the tape is still there.
I felt faint. More than I normally do, like how it feels when you do not drink enough blood.
Why are you doing this?
And then I heard the words that I had heard before, but not from him. I did not know whether to feel shocked and happy, or to bite him and drink his blood because I felt faint.
Because...
He paused in the air dramatically, waving his wand in the air. Then swooped he in, singing to a tune of a Gothic version of a song by 50 Cent.
Because you're Gothic?
Because I love her.
AN, stop fayin', okay? Hagrid is a pedo too. A lot of people in American schools are looked at. I wanted to address the issue. How do you know, Snap, I ain't Christian? Plus, Hagrid isn't really in love with Ebony. That was Cedric, okay?
I was about to slip my wrists again with the silver knife that Draco had given me in case anything happened to him. He told me to use it valiantly against an enemy, but I knew we must both go together.
No!
I thought it was Hagrid, but it was Vampire. He started to scream.
Oh my fucking god, no! My scar hurts.
And then his eyes rolled up. You could only see his red whites. I stopped. How did you know?
I saw it, and my scar turned back into the lightning bolt.
No! I thought you didn't have a scar anymore.
I do, but Diablo changed it into a pentagram for me, and I always cover it up with foundation. Anyway, my scar hurt, and it turned back into the lightning bolt. Save me! Then I had a vision of what was happening to Draco. Voldemort as in bondage.
Earlier that day.
Anyway, I was in the school nurse's office, now recovering from my slit wrists. Snap and Loopin and Hagrid were there too. They were going to St. Mango's after they recovered because they were pedophiles, and you can't have those fucking pervs teaching in a school with lots of hot girls. Dumbledore had constipated the video camera they took of me naked. I put up my middle finger at them. Anyway, Hagrid came into the hospital bed holding a bouquet of pink roses.
Annabelle, I need to tell you something, Ig.
Fuck off. You know I fucking hate the colour pink anyway. And I don't like fucked up preps like you.
No, Annabelle, those are not roses.
What? Are they goths too, you poser prep?
I saved your life!
No, you didn't, I replied. You saved me from getting a Paris Hilton P video made from your shower scene and being viewed by Snap and Loopin, who masturbated!
See, it's that spelled wrong.
It was.
To it, he added silently, whatever. He pointed his wand at the pink roses.
Those aren't roses.
He suddenly looked at them with an evil look in his eye and muttered,
Well, if you wanted honesty, that's all you had to say.
That's not a spell, that's an MCR song.
Oh, I know, I was just warming up my vocal cordes. Petulous Marengo, mi cremlacli, romacio, emo noto okeo.
And then the roses turned into a huge black flame, floating in the middle of the air. And it was black. Now, I knew he wasn't a prep. Okay! I believe you now. WTF is Draco. Hagrid rolled his eyes. I looked into the balls of flame, but I could see nothing.
You see, Enobi.
Dumbledore said, watching the two of us watching the flame.
To see what is in the flames.
Haha! You reviewers flames, get it?
You must find yourself first. Okay?
I have found myself, okay, you mean old man?
Dumbledore looked shocked. I guess he didn't have a headache, or else he would have said something back. Hagrid stormed off back into his bed.
You are a liar, Prof. Dumbledore.
Anyway, when I got better, I went upstairs and put on a black leather mini dress that was all ripped on the ends with lace on it. There was some corset stuff on the front. Then I put on black fishnets and black high-heeled boots with pictures of Billy Joe Armstrong on them. I put my hair all around me so I looked like Samara from The Ring. If you don't know who she is, you're a prep, so fuck off. And I put on blood red lipstick, black eyeliner and a black lip gloss.
You look kawaii, girl.
Thanks.
Get it?
You do too. But I was still upset. I slit both of my wrists, feeling totally depressed, and I sucked all the blood. I cried again in my bathroom and put the shades on so Snap and Loopin couldn't spy on me this time. I went to some classes. A vampire was in the hair of magic creatures. He looked all depressed because Draco had disappeared, and he had used to be in love with Draco. He was sucking some blood from a Hufflepuff.
Hi.
Hi. We both looked at each other for some time. Harry had beautiful red Gothic eyes, so much like Draco's. Then we jumped on each other and started screwing each other.
Stop it now, you horny simpletons!
Shouted Professor McGoggle, who was watching us and so was everyone else. Vampire, you fucker! Stop trying to screw me! You know I love Draco!
Oh my fucking god, no! My scar hurts.
No! I thought you didn't have a scar anymore.
I do, but Diablo changed it into a pentagram for me, and I always cover it up with foundation. Anyway, my scar hurt, and it turned back into the lightning bolt. Save me! Then I had a vision of what was happening to Draco. Voldemort as in bondage.
Special thanks to Raven, my Gothic's blood sister. What the fuck? You're supposed to read this. 1111111. Hey Raven, do you know where my sweater is? A.N. Raven, thanks for helping me again. I'm sorry I took your posture of Gerard, but that guy is such a fucking sex bomb. Prep, stop flanging.
Vampire and I ran upstairs looking for Dumbledore. We were so scared. Dumbledore! Dumbledore!
What is it that you want now, you despicable snobs?
Voldemort has Draco! No! Don't! We need to save Draco!
No, I don't give a darn what Voldemort does to Draco. Not after how much he misbehaved in school. Especially with you, Ebony. Besides, I never liked him that much anyway.
My Draco!
AN, don't you think gay guys are, like, so hot?
It's okay. I tried to tell him, but that didn't stop him. He started to cry tears of blood. Then he had a brainstorm.
I had an idea.
What?
You'll see.
He took out his wand and did a spell. Then, suddenly, we were in Voldemort's lair. We ran in with our wands out just as we heard a croon voice say,
Alakadabra!
It was Voldemort!
AN, fuck off preps, okay? Raven, thanks for helping again. I'm sorry I couldn't update, but I was depressed and I had to go to the hospital because I slipped my wrists. Psst, I'm not updating till you give me 10 God Revours. Warning! Some of this chapter is extremely grey. The hour excretion advised.
We ran to where Voldemort was. It turned out that Voldemort wasn't there. Instead, the fat guy who killed Cedric was. Draco was there, crying tears of blood. Snaketail was torturing him. Vampire and I ran in front of Snaketail.
Rid my sight, you despicable preps.
He shouted as we started shooting him with the gun. Then suddenly he looked at me and he fell down with a lovey-dovey look in his eyes.
Ebony, I love you. Will you have sex with me?
In this, he is 16 years old, so he's not a pedophile, okay?
Huh?
Ebony, I love you. Will you have sex with me?
What the fuck? You torture my BF and then you expect me to fuck you? God, you are so fucked up, you fucking bastard. Then I stabbed him in the heart. Blood poured out of it like a fountain.
No.
He started screaming and running around. Then he fell down and died. I burst into tears sadly.
Snaketail, what art thou doing?
Then he started coming. We could hear his high heels clacking to us. So we got on our broomsticks and we flew to Hogwarts. We went to my room. Vampire went away. There I started crying.
What's wrong, honey?
Asked Draco, taking off his clothes so we could screw. He had a sex pack.
Get it? 'Cause he's so sexy.
And a really huge you-know-what and everything. It's so unfair. Why can't I just be ugly or plain like all the other girls and preps here except for Bloody Mary? Because she's not ugly or anything.
Why would you want to be ugly? I don't like the preps anyway. They're such fucking sluts.
Yeah, but everyone is in love with me. Like Snape and Loopin took a video of me naked. Hagrid says he's in love with me. Vampire likes me, and now even Snaketail is in love with me. I just want to be with you, okay, Draco? Why couldn't Satan have made me less beautiful?
AN, don't worry. Ennaby isn't a snob or anything, but a lot of people have told her she's pretty.
I'm good at too many things. Why can't I just be normal? It's a fucking curse! And then I ran away.
AN, stop flamming, okay? Bitter, you suck. From now on, every time someone flams me, I'm gonna slip my wristers! Thanks to Raven for helping.
Ebony, no, please come back.
But I was too mad. Whatever! Now you can go and have sex with Vampire! I stormed into my room and closed my black door with my blood red key. It had a picture of Marilyn Manson on it. He looked so sexy in a way that reminded me of Draco and Vampire. I started to cry and weep. I took a razor and started to slit my wrists. I drank the blood all depressed. Then I looked at my black GC watch and noticed it was time to go to biology class. I put on a short, ripped black Gothic dress that said Anarchy on the front, in blood red letters, and it was all ripped in a spiky belt. Under that, I put on ripped black fishnets and boots that said Joel all over them with blood red letters. I put my ebony black hair out. Anyway, I went downstairs feeling all sad and depressed as usual. I did some advanced biology work. I was turning a bloody pentagram into a black guitar. Suddenly, the guitar turned to Draco!
Ennaby, I love you. I do not care what those fucking preps and posers think. You're the most beautiful girl in the world. Before I met you, I used to want to commit suicide all the time. Now I just want to fucking be with you. I fucking love you.
Then he started to sing The Chronicles of Life and Death. We considered it our song now because we fell in love with Joel was singing. Right in front of the entire class. His singing voice was so amazing and gothic and sexy. Like a cross between Gerard, Joel, Chester, Pierre and Marilyn Manson.
AN, don't you think those guys are so hot? If you do not know who they are, get the fuck out of her!
OMFG. Some fucking preps stared at us, but I just stuck up my middle fingers. That were covered in black nail polish and were entwined with Draco's now. At them. I love you, I said, and then we started to kiss, just like Hilary Duff.
I fucking hate that bitch!
And a CMM in a Cinderella story. Then we went away holding hands. Loopin shouted at us, but he stopped because everyone was clapping by how sexy we looked together. Then I saw a poster saying that MCR would have a concert in Hogsmeade right then. We looked at each other all shocked, and then we went together.